Hi everyone, my name is Lamina and I am the owner of LD Data Solutions. We offer web and graphic design as well as social media and data management services. Today I'd like to talk to you about the 7 mistakes consumers make when choosing a web designer. Let's get started. The first mistake consumers make is letting the price be a major factor in choosing a web designer or web design company. Looking for the best price should never be a factor when choosing a web designer. As the saying goes, you get what you pay for. Choosing a lower priced website could leave value on the table. There is more to a website than just how it looks. A professional, skilled, and qualified web designer will take the time to build a website that won't jeopardize you, your customers, or your sales. The second mistake I see consumers make when choosing a web designer or web design company is not doing their homework or research when it comes to choosing a web designer or web design company. It is always important to do your homework and research a company or designer before you make a decision on whether or not to do business with them. Here are some of the questions you should ask when making the decision. Do they have a legitimate portfolio? What exactly is included in their pricing package? Do they have testimonials? What kind of support do you get when your website is complete? These are just some of the questions you should ask when researching a web designer or web design company. The third mistake I see consumers make is not being specific in what your needs are in a website. Here at LD Data Solutions, before I onboard a client, I do research on their company and their customer base to make sure that I get a good feel for what their web design could be. Even though I do this research, I also need the client's input when it comes time to design the website because they can tell their story better than I can. The web design process should always be a collaborative effort between the web designer and the client. The fourth mistake I usually see consumers make is not thinking about what happens after the website is complete. After a website is complete, it requires ongoing maintenance to make sure that there are no crashes or any problems for the consumers who visit the website. Most web designers or web design companies offer maintenance packages, and they price those packages based on your specific needs. If a web design client chooses not to select a maintenance package, at the end of their web design process, I offer a tutorial video on how to manage their website on their own. The fifth mistake I see consumers make is not communicating expectations to their web designer or web design company. In the web design contract, there should be a section called a scope of work. This is a summary of what the client and the web designer agreed on during conversations before the contract was created. When the client reads the contract, and every client should thoroughly read the contract, this would represent a perfect opportunity for the client to express any other expectations they may have during the web design process. The sixth mistake consumers make is assuming the web design process is an easy one. There is way more to a website than awesome graphics and animations and pretty colors. A web designer is constantly learning new techniques to implement the best website possible. There is a lot of effort that goes into a website, including the concept and planning phase. It is not an easy feat to create an entire website. If it were easy, average consumers would be able to create their own websites, eliminating the need for a web designer. There are plenty of platforms such as Wix and Squarespace that provide basically DIY websites for you, but customization is very limited. Just like social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, If do-it-yourself web design platforms like Squarespace and Wix decide to close their doors, your website closes its doors too. The seventh and final mistake I see consumers make is assuming that a completed website means the end of the story. Once your website is complete, the customers do not magically appear. I have heard numerous stories where the web designer is blamed when the website doesn't bring in customers. Your website is one of many marketing tools you can use to win customers. If you do not push customers to your website with marketing, then your website will sit unnoticed. Some web developers offer services such as SEO to help clients bring value to their customers through content. However, results do not happen overnight, but with persistence and consistency, you could see customers flocking to your website over time. To recap, a customer should never let price be the deciding factor in choosing a web designer. They should always do their homework and research several web designers to find the best one that fits their needs. Once you find a web designer, you should be as specific as possible as to what your needs are for the website. You should decide upfront if you would like to take care of the website yourself when it's completed, or if you would like to purchase a maintenance package if the web designer offers this service. If the web designer does not offer a maintenance package, they should offer some sort of tutorial on how to care for your website after they hand it over to you. Consumers should never assume that building a website is easy. In fact, it is quite difficult. Before your website is complete, you should be considering marketing strategies to promote your website. No one will come to your website unless you tell them about the website with marketing. If you would like to see more helpful videos from this channel, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching.